Hi, boys and girls. Every pirate needs a parrot. So are you ready to make one with me? In your kit, you will find a big bunch of colored paper with a paper clip on it. We're going to start by taking out the red one. Now, we might use these for another activity later in the year, so the parts you don't use, keep in your scrap box, keep it together. So I'm going to start with the red one, and what I'm going to do is I fold it in half, because we're only going to use half of the sheet. When I open the sheet, then I can cut right on that line, so I don't waste the other half. Now, boys and girls, while we're doing this, anytime you need to shut off the video so you can catch up, that's fine. Some people prefer to watch the whole video and then go back and do it. Whatever works is good for you. Now, we're going to try this, okay? When I look at my my rectangle, I can tell I couldn't make a circle, but I could make an oval. And an oval means it's going to be like a squished circle. So I want to make sure I cut off all the edges. Now, parents, if you're able to help and you want to draw it for them or really encourage them to draw it so there isn't a problem, that's my oval. That should work. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to just put it on my board and get it out of the way. This is scrap, so that will go in my trash can. Now, in here, I'm going to go and find my orange paper. I do not need much of this orange paper. I need to make a beak for my parrot. See this, it doesn't look like a parrot yet, but it's going to be the head and the body. And then I'm going to need a beak to attach to it. So I don't want to cut a hole in the big part of the paper, but I'm going to imagine something that's kind of like a triangle. Let's see. This is what I think I'm going to do. Okay, so it's kind of a strange shape, but when I put it up, oops, hard to turn my computer today. That might work for my parrot. See how it's going to be his beak? So I made it pretty big because my parrot's body is pretty big. All right, I'm just going to leave those there for a minute. Now, you need feathers, lots of feathers. And we're going to pick out the colors we want. Let's see, I don't want a red one, but my parrot could have the nice blue color. And maybe pink. And green for starters. I'm not going to use brown. I could use blue, yellow, and orange. I'm going to start with these three. I'm going to put them together this way, and then I'm going to ask somebody to trace my hand. And I will show you as soon as I get it done. Now, I'm keeping my hand over to the side. Can you see that? I kept, because I want this piece to stay good. I don't want to put it right in the middle. I want to use as little as possible. And then down here, I am going to draw the curve. Now, I could draw a hand on every single paper, or I can keep these three in a pile and cut out my handprints. So, you can pause the video if you want to and work on your cutting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have these three, and then I'm going to have three more of different colors because I want to have lots of feathers on mine. Now, parents, this is a very hard one for them to cut out. If you want to give them one handprint to cut out while you do a stack, that's fine. But if your child stops and is watching you, then you stop. The only way you help them is if they're doing the same amount of work as you are. So in the classroom, sometimes I would see a child struggling. I would walk over and say, oh, you're working really hard. Is it okay if I pick this one up and help you? As soon as they stop and they start watching me, then I put the scissors down. I said, oh, I'll help you, but you have to be working too. So, and in parents, if they only cut out one and that's all they want, It's their work. Don't feel like you have to finish it for them. In the classroom, there would be many different forms of finishing. Okay? So what I've done, as I've talked, I've been cutting. And I've got 3 feathers. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm going to pick out 3 more colors and trace them and cut them out. And then I'll come right back. Okay, they're all cut out. And I'm going to show you these little scraps here. Those I'll put in the trash. I don't need the little pieces. But this nice big piece, I'm going to put all the pieces back together in a pile. And I'm going to put my paper clip on so that I can put them back in my bag and be ready. All right. Now, you saw these, and I cut out these. So let's see how this is going to work. Sorry, guys. Too many cords here. Let's see if that will work. Here we go. All right, so there it is. I am going to take my glue stick, and I'm going to take my beak, and I'm going to put some glue on the edge and tuck it under. So there's my beak for my parrot. And then, let's see, I'm going to put some glue on the palm. I'm not going to put glue down on the fingers because that would stick to my table. I'm going to put that there. And then, oh, I've got another one here. Put some on this palm. There. And maybe orange. Oops. On this palm. You can make yours go any way you want to. And I may have to put a few more. We'll see. So I'm overlapping it a little bit, which means they kind of go on top, but you can still see it all. And this one, I don't know. Maybe he'll go under. Some here. You can do yours the way you like. I just want my cute little bird to have lots of nice little feathers. A little more glue. Stick that down. See how I'm kind of wiggling it so we can see all the good feathers. And do I want one more up here? Or maybe tucked under? Maybe way down. Oh, that's where I want it. See, I like to try it and then put the glue and then push it on. So now he's got this beautiful bunch of tail feathers, and he certainly is missing something. So I'm going to get my crayons. I don't want to draw a lot because I really like him the way he is, but his beak needs to have that crack there so it opens up, and he definitely is going to need an eye. I'm going to give him that little pupil so he can see, and maybe I'll draw his eye so it's open. It's hard for me to press on this board, but you want to make the eye nice and dark. And he doesn't need a mouth, right? Because this is his mouth. That's how his beak will work. And, of course, birds don't need a nose either because they've got that breathing part on top. So I'm going to give his eye a little bit of that. What do you think? It's a pretty cute little parrot. Now, if you want to use your scraps and give him some feet, you can. Right now, I'm just kind of letting it be, and like his feet are tucked under. Maybe mine's flying. I'm not sure. But I like him. He's about as cute as Pirate Pete's bird. So I hope you have fun with him. Can't wait to see him tomorrow. Bye, boys and girls.